I'm going to let this sink in for a bit. And I'm going to let The Rock take this one over first. Because...
Finally!
Thank you. The Hawks are bowl eligible. Here's a review. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockShock01, and today, yesterday, whenever you're watching this, the 5-3 Kansas Jayhawks returned to Memorial Stadium after a bye week to take on the 18th ranked Oklahoma State Cowboys and pulled off the upset by a final score of 37-16. Who would have thunk it? KU would beat a ranked Oklahoma State team to clinch bowl eligibility, and I'm at a loss for words. I mean, people thought that this was going to happen, but I didn't think it was going to become a reality. So, yeah, with the win, KU moves to 6-3 on the season, including a 3-3 record in Big 12 play. Also, I just realized this. KU's record is 4-1 at the booth this season. When was the last time KU finished above 500 at home? Is a long time ago. And yeah, with the win, KU has finally beaten Oklahoma State for the first time since 2007. It's the first time KU beat Oklahoma State in Lawrence since 1994. It is also the first time that KU has knocked off a ranked opponent since 2010. And it's the first time since 2008 that Kansas is bowl eligible. Now, there were some things that need to be fixed in this game, and yeah, I gotta be honest, there were a few, but there was a lot of good things that came out of this. So with that being said, for those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game. I give a player of the game and a player who needs to improve. Without further ado, let's do it. So let's take a look at some of the positives. The big positive that I got was that KU's offense started clicking once again after 2 weeks of kind of struggling, and we finally got into high gear. KU outgained Oklahoma State by putting up 554 total yards, which includes 203 passing yards and 351 rushing yards, for an average yard per play count of 8 flat. And yeah, Oklahoma State's numbers, they put up 415 total yards with 304 going through the air, but the defense held them to 111 yards all game long. We did okay converting on third down, going 6 of 14, but forcing Oklahoma State to go 5 of 11 on third down and missing their only opportunity on fourth down, while KU converted 2 for 2. Also, we held on to the ball longer. 35 minutes of play, KU held the ball, while Oklahoma State was held to just under 25 minutes. But the big takeaway from this game has to be the turnovers, as KU won that battle 4-0, as Oklahoma State fumbled once and KU intercepted them 3 times. Which, yeah, it was a freshman quarterback in his starting debut, but yeah, picking off one team 3 times is impressive. And yeah, punting the ball only 3 times a day on 69 total plays, it's a perfect day. So yeah, those are my positives. Now, my only negative in this ball game is the penalties. If we could have just got those down to a lower number, there probably wouldn't have been any negatives at all. But there is one, and that has to be the penalties. KU was given 5 penalties for 40 yards, while the Pokes were only handed 1 for 15. And it was a roughing the passer that honestly shouldn't have been called. However, there was a few times that the Cowboys got away with it for getting flags, as they had 2 chances of getting intentional grounding late in the game, and they didn't get that called. And then they had one that should have been called in their touchdown, their first touchdown, where the receiver grabbed our defender's face mask to get an advantage to catch the ball. And that was on the side that I was, but geez, they missed that and got away with it. Yeah, all we need to do is just clean up the penalties and we should be fine. So yeah, Penalties are my only negative. Now, player of the game, it is really tough to give one. And I'm going to give an honorable mention first because I think he deserves a lot of the credit, and that's going to be the quarterback, Jason Bean. On the day, Bean threw 18 of 23 for 203 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and also had 4 carries for 93 yards and a score. And honestly, I want to showcase one of his runs, which was 73 yards to extend KU's lead early in the first half. Here's that play. So yeah, Bean, really good game in terms of running the ball, but also throwing it. Only 5 incompletions on the day. That's impressive. Also having no interceptions as well is a really big bonus. But it sucks that I'm not going to have him as my player of the game because, well, someone made a little bit of history today. And that player is Devin Neal. My goodness, the Lawrence kid put on a show. Devin Neal ran the ball 32 times for 224 yards, 7 yards per carry, along with a touchdown, and also had 6 receptions for 110 yards. He is the first KU player to have 200 plus rushing yards and 100 plus receiving yards in a game. And he deserves everything. And I want to showcase Devin as he had an incredible 31-yard touchdown run to open the scoring line for KU on its opening possession. So here's that play. Yeah, Devin played great. There was other guys that had stellar games, but he made the most of it and made a little bit of history. So that's why Devin Neal is going to be my player of the game. Player who needs to improve, Quentin Skinner. He saw very little action in this game, and yeah, I don't know why. Quentin Skinner only had a catch for 4 yards, and yeah, that was pretty much it. He was almost non-existent in this game. There's a few other guys that I could have had. I mean, Lawrence Arnold, 2 catches for 18 yards, but he also had that touchdown. He also had Jared Casey, 2 catches for 6 yards, but also had a touchdown. So Quentin Skinner was just the odd man out. Hopefully he can find himself open in the next 3 weeks, but yeah, it just didn't happen today. So unfortunately, Quentin Skinner is my player who needs to improve. And that's going to do it for my review of KU versus Oklahoma State. Again, the final score, Kansas 37, Oklahoma State 16. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. Push that notification bell. Tell your friends about these videos. And I should see you again for the next football review as the Hawks travel down to Lubbock, Texas to take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders. But until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dancers to the field house, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.